Election Day is 2 weeks from today. Tension and anxiety are rising. Emily Berman with University of Houston Law Center joins us live this morning to talk about the stress surrounding elections and the changes brought in recent years to ensure peaceful transfers of power. Good morning, Emily. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
I want to begin with the Electoral Count Reform Act. This was passed back in 2022. What is it and what changes were seen because of it?
Yeah, so the Electoral Count Reform Act was enacted in many ways to respond to some of the uncertainty surrounding the outcome of the election results in 2020. And it did a few really helpful things. So the first thing it did is try to ensure that there is only one slate of electors coming to Congress from each state, and that it's very clear to everyone which slate of electors is the legitimate one that Congress should count. Secondly, it clarified that the vice president's role in counting the electors in that January 6th meeting is purely ministerial. So contrary to the claims that some were making that Vice President Mike Pence had the power to change the outcome, the law clarifies that. It also makes it a little bit harder for members of Congress to challenge the outcome of elections in specific states. So it responded to several of the concerns and uncertainties that arose surrounding the counting of electoral votes in 2020.
That's great perspective, very interesting. Thank you for spelling that out for us. Talk to us about how prepared states are and courts to handle legal challenges that might arise moving forward, and what protections that it has under these new rules.
Sure. So already there's a lot of election-related litigation going on. Cases about, for example, which mail-in ballots are going to be counted. Do they have to be signed? Do they have to arrive by Election Day? That sort of thing. So hopefully a lot of that uncertainty will be clarified before Election Day comes along. But this statute also has provisions in it that anticipate post-election litigation. And particularly, there are procedures by which cases where people are challenging the outcome of elections are subject to an expedited procedure that goes straight from the trial court right up to the Supreme Court immediately, all with the idea of trying to resolve those uncertainties as quickly as possible, and therefore allowing states to certify the outcomes of their elections by a mid-December deadline.
And of course, this will be a big deal for battleground states, for swing states, where a lot of folks are watching very closely. Anything else you'd like to say this morning, Emily?
I think that one thing that's important for folks to think about is that they're going to have to remain patient after Election Day. There's going to be challenges. There are going to be states that take a few days to count their votes. That lull in activity is, subject to a lot of misinformation and disinformation being spread. So people need to stay calm, be patient, and look on any information that may be floating around out there with a skeptical eye.
And as we know, that's very trying for a lot of folks. Emily Berman, thank you so much for your time this morning.